Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing and reviewing the new Black Clover chapter that came out Sunday. So before we get into that, let's hit the intro and then we'll begin. Alright, so now before we get into the review, let's do a quick recap of what actually happened in the chapter. Just going to say beforehand, if you didn't read the chapter, there's going to be spoilers, so I'll probably throw a spoiler alert thing right somewhere here. Yeah, right somewhere here. A spoiler tag. So let's do a brief recap of the chapter and then we'll discuss what happened and give a review. I'll give a review of how I thought it was. Okay, so first the chapter starts off with we see Mira and the Resistance finally defeated the Ancient Demon. Well, the Resistance was watching. So she finally defeated the Ancient Demon, which was pretty quick, I guess, but then she's a beast. And then we see those jacket buttons are conveniently placed. And so then we skip around a little bit, as in we skip inside of the building and we see Dante did injure Jack and he's bleeding, and Jack is finally happy and smiling now because he's up and Dante is finally entertained with his crazy self. So there's that. Right, and then after Dante and his crazy self laughs, we see that the tree of Quill, however it's pronounced, we see the roots start to form. So it's basically been fast tracked, and then we skip around and we see everyone having a reaction to it because they see it or feel the mana from it. So then while this is happening, we see knocked, we'll go with that, knocked until, well, the anime gives us a proper pronunciation. So knocked uses a new union mode this chapter again, and he uses a seeing ability with it called, what was it, second sight or clairvoyancy, something to that effect, but it allows him to see underground, basically where the roots were, and he sees what's going on. Also, this new form, I believe it looks kind of cat-like from the little cat devil that he usually has on his shoulder, well, with the rest, but yeah, you know what I mean. So he has this new union mode in this chapter. And we skip to below where Yami and Vengeance, where the ritual was taking place, and we see that Morris from the Diamond Kingdom, we see Morris has devil powers too now, so we're not sure if one of the Dark Triad gave him this power or if he has his own unique devil. But we see through his experiments that he found a way to speed up the ritual, and it's using Loro-Pachika and her devil powers, well, her curse, then it seems he's using that to speed up the process somehow. And we get a look at his eyes because apparently he was blind, so that's news to me. But and his devil attributes show around his eyes because they're black, like right here with the same lines across his head like what Dante has. So then when we're done there, we skip forward a little bit, well, not skip forward, but we skip back to where Jack and Dante and Noct was, and we see two new devils pop up and they fire off an attack, one being a male, it seems like, and one being a female. One has those kind of bat-like wings or devil wings, and one seems to have a more feathery wing kind of thing going on. But one male, one female, and they look like twin devils, and they launch the attack. So Noct managed to dodge the male's attack, and Jack was hit by the female's attack, and he was sent flying. And the chapter ends with that. Oh, and when it ends, we see Dante make a shocked face. So I'm guessing he's shocked that either he knows the devils, or he's shocked that the process happened so fast. So yeah, so that was just a brief recap of the chapter. So yeah, now I'll give my opinions on the chapter, and then we can discuss it. So to me, this seems like it was a good chapter. It was more of a setup in that aspect, because all the singular fights with the captains and the Dark Triad seems to be coming to an end. So I assume there's going to be some new devil maybe joining each of the fights that happened before, or everyone who was losing, meaning the Dark Triad, is going to power up somehow to win their battles. But it seems like it was more of a setup chapter for something bigger in the next chapter. But with that being said, I thought it was a good chapter. So if I had to give it a rating out of 5, I would probably say like 4.5. So yeah, so now let's jump into the discussion as to what I think will happen, what I think is going to happen, what I think happened, and all of that. So yeah, so this chapter we saw that Merleona finally defeated the Ancient Giant. So I'm thinking that she's somehow going to manage to get inside, so she could actually fight someone who's devil possessed and all, because she loves to fight strong people. So I'm thinking she's either going to go inside the building to have one of those fights, or a devil is going to show up and attack the resistance and her outside. So that would be interesting. And again, to pass out with those conveniently placed buttons on her jacket. But yeah, so I also think that and what's his face, Funeral's brother, I forgot his name, it slipped my mind, but I think their battle is going to restart now, and Zenon is probably going to heal himself somehow, and then he's probably going to make quick work of them, or he's going to get the upper hand for now, at least until someone else shows up to help, and the same goes for Charlotte. I think Vanica is going to break free either next chapter or the chapter after that, and she's going to start taking the upper hand, and then maybe Noel would show up, and that is where she has to be the one to defeat her, since she has that grudge for her killing her mother. So I think she would get the Vanica would get the upper hand next chapter or the chapter following, and then Noel would show up to the rescue to help Charlotte and Rill. And then, Dante versus Jack and Noct. I see Asta maybe showing up soon, because now it's Dante and the Twin Devils. Well, they look like twins, so I'm going to just call them the Twin Devils. So yeah, I see Asta showing up soon to help with that battle. Because it's been a few chapters since they left him training, so I think he's probably coming close to the end of that, and he's going to show up to help with the fight now. So yeah, other than that, I think that this arc is maybe halfway through, because I don't see much happening again in this arc aside from them defeating the devils and rescuing Yami and Vengeance. There's not much I think that could go on again for this arc. So I see that arc coming to end in maybe like, let's say 20 chapters, give or take. So yeah, but I look forward to that. And yeah, and now for everyone who watched this video, if you happen to like what I said or like what I did, please drop a like down below. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. If you have any other things that you'd like to say, feel free to do it. If you don't want to do it in the comments, you could follow me on the social medias below, then in the description, and leave your questions there. So yeah, feel free to hit me up on Twitter or Instagram if you have suggestions or recommendations or anything like that. So yeah, and again, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.